Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, we're still caught in this ongoing correction. What can I say? The overall situation hasn't changed. Bitcoin shows a little bit of a buy reaction at the moment to the orange micro support area that we discussed in previous videos over the last few days. It's between 61,200 and 64,280. Obviously, we've reached that support zone now. Yesterday, actually, we reached that micro support zone, so we can take a look at it. But unfortunately, probabilities are still not very clear. I think the best the analysis can do at the moment is, first of all, to tell us that looking at the bigger picture, zooming out, the overall bullish thesis is, of course, still alive. There is absolutely no change. And it's worth knowing about the relevant pivots. There are two wave counts that apply. In reality, there are more options, more potentials, of course, that could come into play here. But I think it's worth knowing that we always try to focus only on the most probable scenarios at a time. And the most probable scenarios are shown here on the chart. We have, in the yellow scenario, an A, B, C structure, and the C wave is a 5-wave decline and could have finished here on Friday the 19th. We're obviously looking here at this 1-2 setup right now to keep this alive, which would then confirm further that indeed we've bottomed on the 19th. We need to hold the micro support area between 61,200 and 64,280. I'm going to zoom in a minute. In the white count, another low is possible. Here, this is the short-term bearish scenario. We have a WXY structure, and then this is an A, B, C pattern. This also illustrates very well why this would still probably leave us somewhere in this support zone here. Okay, so probably not even going below 55.4K. So, but this illustrates very well why we do not only look for a 5-wave move to the upside, but also for a 3-wave move down to, confirm that a low has been established. Because, as you can see here, this here could simply be an A, B, C structure in the white scenario in this B wave. So the C wave up, which I haven't labeled here separately, but it's a 5-wave move. So just 5 waves up don't really give us what we need to know. We need to know more. So it's 5 up, 3 down. Depending on the context, sometimes it's clearer, sometimes not. Here, because the move up was also not clearly a 5-wave move, and because it allows for this perspective of a potential flat structure there as per the white count, I cannot rule out another low. And there is, however, a clear level that distinguishes between the two scenarios. So for me, it's the $61,200 level. If we get a sustained break below that level, which is the lower boundary line of the micro support area here, that would clearly shift probabilities towards the white scenario. Until then, we can look for yellow to work out. Yeah, we can watch if the yellow count does work out, and we can give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so looking at this, yellow count, then if we zoom in a bit further, then we can see that we have seen a potential ABC structure. So I can call that move down a 3-wave move if the B wave is a triangle. But then we should have really bottomed. All right, so then we should have really bottomed. And if we react to this area, okay, you can never rule out another low, but sort of in this region, I would really like to see a reaction now. I mean, now it's done what we wanted it to do, right? We've had a 5-wave rally, potential 3-wave pullback into the support region, into the middle, And if we now see a reaction here, and there's absolutely no reaction yet, then a 3rd wave should take us to around about 75K. So we can calculate that based on the data we have. We take the length of that wave 1, go to the current low of the wave 2. And what we want to see normally in the 3rd wave is the 1.236 extension reached as a bare minimum. Better the 1.38 extension, and that's here at around 74.5K. However, because of the messy structures here and the overall context, it is possible that if we only see a corrective rally, a 3rd wave to the downside follows in the white count. So it's basically, we've seen 5 waves up, We've now moved down into the support area. Ideally, we see a reaction here in the yellow and the white count. We'll see if we actually see a reaction, but ideally. Then, if the rally is corrective, there is another area of interest, critical juncture here, pivot area, between 65K and 66.4K. If the price gets a rejection from this area, that would indicate the third wave down might be unfolding. However, if the price can, in an impulsive way especially, break above 66,400, that would clearly indicate yellow is in control. So we need to see now if we can react to this pivot, rally to the next critical area here, which will provide a critical juncture for the price, and only a break above that area would make white less likely. The problem is, due to the triangle pattern here, I can also call that possibly a 1-2-1-2 to the downside, and then it gives me 5 waves down, and therefore I can also call that a wave 1. So that's sort of where we are now moving from support to resistance, and we really need a sustained break of one of them in order to clearly say where we are. At the moment, we're just sort of in no man's land. Overall, it's just ranging. I mean, if you look at this, we've really just been ranging here for a while now, and we need that sustained break above resistance, and then also that will already shift probabilities towards yellow, but the white count as it is will only be invalidated with a break above that 23rd of April high at around 67,300. That should give you all the critical parameters you need to know. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.